In this video, we're going to try to install front struts on your Toyota Camry located behind your front wheels. Using our 21mm socket, we're going to loosen and remove the lug nuts. Remove the wheel and set it aside. Using a 17mm socket, we're going to go ahead and loosen and remove that, holding the upper portion of our swivel end link to the strut. Now the left side of our strut here, we have our brake flex hose and our ABS wire. They're both held in place by this 14mm bolt. So go ahead and use that 14mm socket, loosen and remove that bolt. Remove that, set it aside, and then we're going to go ahead and separate these here. They're two separate components, just held together by that one bolt. On this side over here, the ABS wire is held in place by a plastic retainer. We're going to go ahead and use our trim tool right here to go ahead and pop out the plastic retainer right here. Slide that in, just gently work that out. Our strut is held onto the knuckle by these large bolts right here, top and bottom. They are 22mm on the bolt side as well as the nut side. We're going to use our impact gun. Going to remove the nuts, leave the bolts in place for now. I'm going to push on the whole knuckle assembly with the brakes and move them in and out so I can get that lower bolt out. I'm going to leave the upper one in for now. Now up in the engine compartment here on top of the strut assembly, there's going to be 3 nuts we need to loosen and remove. These are 14mm. Now the back one right here, we're going to use a swivel and extension. And we're just going to lift up on this cover here and loosen and remove this one right away. I'm going to use my ratchet to break this one free. Go ahead and break all of these free while we're here. I'm going to switch back over to the power tool and zip these out. Now you want to be aware as we loosen and remove these here, this strut is possibly going to shift. We did leave the upper bolt in the strut on the knuckle down below. That's going to prevent that strut from dropping down. You can see it starting to drop here. Now that we have the nuts removed from up top, we can come down to the wheel well area here, and we can go ahead and remove this bolt. So we're going to support the strut, pull this bolt out, push it inward, maybe pull out on the knuckle a little bit, and go ahead and twist this out. I'm going to go ahead and line up our upper bearing plate with the upper portion, feed this up and in. When I get that strut lined up, and put in the upper bolt. Now what we're going to do is I'm going to use one arm here to lift this up into place, and I'm going to reach over with my right hand and get one of the nuts started once we push this up into the strut plate. Now we can grab that strut and just kind of maneuver this around. Let's go ahead and run these 3 nuts down and secure those. We're just going to snug them down. Let's go ahead and torque down these nuts to 37 foot-pounds. Let's continue down in the wheel well. I'm going to get the nut started on this upper bolt here. Let's go ahead and get the lower bolt started. And what you're going to do is just push on that brake rotor assembly and pivot this in. Work that right in. I'm going to get the nut started on that one as well. I'm going to spin that in as far as I can by hand. Try to give it a quick little blip with the impact gun here. Now I want to go ahead and torque these down to 214 foot-pounds. Do the same for the lower. Now our bolt is spinning, so we're just going to throw a wrench on that quick, just until this bites, and then we should be able to spin that no problem. All right, we have that torqued. Could install the ABS wire right over here. Get that flex hose lined up, stack those. Flex hose goes over the ABS wire. Get that 14 millimeter bolt started. And we'll go ahead and snug that down. Make sure that's good and snug. Don't forget to install the clip here for your ABS wire on the rear part of the strut. Let's go ahead and bring this around, get that installed, get the nut started. I'm just going to run this all the way down by hand, bottom it out. I'm going to go ahead and torque down our nut here to 55 foot-pounds. Now that we've completed the job, you want to go ahead and install your wheel. Don't forget to bring it down for an alignment, get that performed. That's going to help prevent premature tire wear and component wear. Install the wheel. Let's go ahead and get all of our lug nuts started. Once we have them all started, we'll come on back and snug them down. Let's go ahead and snug them down. Do not over tighten. Let's now go ahead and torque down our lug nuts to 76 foot-pounds. I prefer to do this in a crisscross pattern. And you're all set.
When only the best will do, demand TRQ. The only company that lets you view before you do. TRQ is committed to offering the highest quality aftermarket auto parts that are engineered for peace of mind. Thanks for using and viewing with TRQ.